Okay, so what we have already done, let's review while you're finishing up, okay? You're working with the gold leaf, okay? You can go to nail supply stores. They're a little bit more expensive again because they're for nail art. But you can go to Dollar Tree and get you a big old container for just $3, and this will last you forever, okay? I went ahead and passed out the bronze, the silver, and the gold, okay? So you should have in your little container, your cube containers, you should have a bronze container, a solid silver container, and a solid gold container of the ones that I passed out to you. The ones that I passed out to you are going to be maybe in a little bit, they're not in a sheet, but they're maybe in bigger chunks. Don't tear them apart, just push them and shove them into your little container. So that way, if you're doing some with long nails, you need a long sheet, you have it. Okay, and then just seal your cube once you're done. The one that you were working on was the gold leaf sheet. Yesterday I gave you all the different colors, and with the gold leaf sheet, you're opening it up, or you already opened it up, folded the tissue paper with your picker. You are picking like a little worm eats a leaf a little bit at a time to tear apart the leaf into smaller bits and pieces. That you went ahead and put in one of the cubes. Okay, so now that you have in your container all four, you should have two golds, but they're a different kind of tone of golds. You have two golds, you have silver and a bronze. You're going to take a little bit of the silver and you're going to put it in your gold leaf that you picked apart. You're going to take a little bit of the bronze that you got and you're going to put it in the gold that you picked apart. You're going to take the back of your picker and then you're just going to mash it and mix it so that the colors will mix together. And as you're applying this on the nail, you can also tear it apart even more so that you get a little bit smaller bits and pieces. Let's say that you wanted to take from what I gave you yesterday, one of the other squares that's purple, pink, red, green, peach, whatever color you got. You can take that and you can break it up and put it and mix it with any one of these colors according to whatever color themed nails you are working on. Okay? When you're done, you should have a gold, silver, and bronze container and then a container with all three colors mixed together. Okay? So now you know how to work it. It's very delicate. You breathe on it and it flies everywhere. I know, Michelle, you breathed a little bit ago or made some wind and it kind of flew up in the air a little bit. And there you go. Okay? Very delicate, very messy, but definitely can be worked with tweezers and whatnot. Alright, I'm sure there's some kind of leaf somewhere on your tabletop. We're not going to pick out of our little container. When you're done, you can put that back into your little box. Okay? And we're going to go ahead and use our picker, our top coat, and our light. And you did get a little sheet of fairies. They're little fairy stickers. Okay? You got the white ones. You've already gotten the nail stick that has the three, and the leaf will stick everywhere, by the way. You already got the nail stick that has the 3 nail tips. We're going to start with one. It does not matter if you start on the top or the bottom. We're going to eventually do all 3. And what we're going to do, as we've already done, is put the fairy sticker on the nail. Remember to get your tweezers transferred over from your last year's kit. Alright, we're going to take our top coat. I don't know if this is old technology and it has the sticky inhibition layer when you cure it, or if it doesn't have the sticky inhibition layer after you cure it because it's new technology. I don't know. So we're not going to cure it first, okay? Because I need it to be sticky. Alright, so this is a brand new bottle that you got. So it's full of gel. So when you pull it out, the stem of the brush is going to be full of liquid. So you're going to roll that stem on the inside of the bottle and wipe one side of the brush once or twice. You do not want a lot of product because then it's just going to get clumpy on the edges. You're going to go ahead and go over and you're going to swipe down the middle, down the right, and down the left. You're doing the 3-stroke technique. If you need to go over it again, go down the middle, go down the right, go down the left. Always stroking in that 3 technique motion, right first or left first, it doesn't matter, okay? Once you have applied the gel, and again, you don't need a lot of gel. You do not need a lot of gel. You need a little bit. If you put too much gel, it's going to, like honey, as a bead of honey falls to the table, it's going to spread out. And then the side wall or the free edge is going to have to be clunky and chunky with product. And you're going to have a rounded bead of product because it kept, sliding off the side. So since it's sticky, we're going to take advantage of that. We're going to take our picker and we're going to pick up any little bits and pieces of the little gold leaf that we have that is on our table, and we're going to drop it off on our nail. And the stickiness of our gel polish is going to it's going to let it adhere. Now I did this big chunk and I didn't like it, so I'm going to kind of just pick at it to break it up. So it's not just one of this big chunk. So I'm going to use the back end of my picker to kind of tear it up. I'm going to pick some leaf and then I'm going to place it on my nail. Now I do have to work fast. My gel, especially if I did too much product, is going to continue to seep to my sides and get clunky on the sides. Okay, so I'm doing a little fairy, and then I'm doing the little fairy dust that Tinkerbell kind of leaves behind as she's moving. So you can apply it over the entire nail. You can apply it like a little trail of dust that she's leaving. You can apply it around her wings. You can apply the whatever design you want to do with it is fine. There's no right or wrong way. It just depends on what you're doing and what design you're doing. When you have a big chunk of the product, of the gold leaf foil, you use the back end of your picker to tear it apart. And all you got to do is just mash at it. Mash, 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 mash. And once you mash it, then you can pick it up and it's a smaller bit of the gold leaf. Okay. You do want to make sure that the gold leaf is flat, so that way it has a good, there's a good application. You don't necessarily want it to be sticking up. Okay, so there's my little fairy with the little fairy dust trail she left behind her feet. However you want to do is fine. It does not have to be this. It could just, like this one, I just put it around the fairy, and that's okay too. It depends on what design you're doing and what your client wants. Now, make sure that your bottle is closed all the way. Take your polished bottle and move it off to the side. Make sure that you wipe your, in case you got any gel on your picker, make sure to wipe the picker and hide it underneath your napkin. Take your gel, your LED light, and you're going to go ahead and make a little cave, a little hood, or do this under your table, and you're going to cure it for 60 seconds. So that way the gel will harden. Now, is this the way to do it? Not necessarily. You have to make sure that you have some kind of sticky layer so that the foil will stick, okay? You don't always apply gel and then apply some kind of art over it before you cure it. Just understand that part, okay? We're just doing it because I don't know if we cure it, is it going to have a sticky layer? Or if we cure it, is it not going to have a sticky layer? If it doesn't have a sticky layer, then the foil is not going to stick. So, what else can you use? You can set this into acrylic. You can set it into polygel. You can set the gold leaf foil into clear just regular clear nail polish. You can put it into with glue. There's different things that you can use. If you have old technology, after you cure it and you have the sticky inhibition layer, the gold leaf will stick to it. But if there's no sticky, it will not stick. Okay? We do 60 seconds because I think these are 30-second cure coats, top coats, but 60 seconds is always safe if you don't know, if you don't read the instructions. And so once you do your 60 seconds, you can, and I would suggest, go over and do a second coat if you're doing this on a client or for real. Today, no, because we're not, you know. But the foil does need to be encapsulated. Encapsulation means it's like a sandwich, right? You put the gel, you put the art, and then you put a layer of clear. If I were to leave it like this on a client and she goes to wash her hands, that foil is going to start to peel off, and it doesn't have that protective layer, so you want to make sure that you always put a protective layer. Now, should you put that protective layer, then you put the top coat, you cure it, and you take away the sticky inhibition layer if it has one. Okay, if it doesn't have one, then you don't have to wipe. We're not going to do that today. We don't need to. When you are done, if you touch the top surface, it shouldn't be sticky. So this is a new technology polish because it's not sticky. If you feel it's still sticky, then it needs more curing time. Okay. After a while, your batteries kind of start to run low, and you need to switch your batteries out because then it won't cure things properly. So always have to make sure that you have fresh batteries and they're not bad batteries. Okay. That's that. Any questions on that? Okay. Let's go ahead and get to our sticker sheet. So, let me pick, I don't have one, okay, let me pick one of your stack here. You have the stack of the, put your dog in, get a house, at least a house. Alright, so it's a sticker sheet, okay, they're all the same, they all have the same stuff. Let me just do this one because it's darker and you're going to be able to see it a little bit better. Which one? Let's do this one. Okay, so it's a sticker sheet. It's a sheet and it is a sticker. It's literally all it is. So what we're going to do is we're going to take our sticker sheet and we are going to create a sticker. So this sticker is in the shape of a fairy. We are going to take our, oh, I'm sorry, you need your stork scissors and I didn't ask you to take those out. Take your scissors out. That was my fault. Oh, I'm sorry. Here you go. Alright, you need your scissors. Where are they? Here they are. And I apologize I didn't get you to take those out. Okay, so what you're going to do, a few things. You can turn the sticker around to the backing. You can draw something and you can cut it out. Like if you wanted to draw a circle. If you wanted to draw a square. Oh, really quick, okay? We're just going to cut a line. So you're going to go to the bottom of your sticker and just cut a line. Cut a little long line. And you're going to peel the sticker. And again, this is where your tweezers would come in handy because you don't want to be transferring your oils. And all you're going to do is you're going to place your sticker across the nail on the bottom. And once you stick it, that's it. You can put it at the free edge, like if you were going to do a French tip. And the extra sticker that you have, you're going to just cut that off. Now you can also file it off. You can cut it in any shape. You can use any sticker sheet. You're making your own sticker. So you have a French tip design. You cut a little rectangle and you put it at the French tip. Literally, you just cut a little thin strip. When you cut your thin strip, you peel it, and then you're just going to put it across the cuticle edge. not the cuticle edge, the free edge. Take your scissors, cut the excess left over on the sides, and that's it. You can draw anything on the back of this, cut it out at any shape. You can cover the entire nail with it. And that's how that sheet works. So you should have two things on your nail stick. You should have the fairy sticker with the dust, the gold leaf foil, and then you should have a French tip with the sticker sheet. Once you've gotten that, please go ahead and start putting your things away. Leave the bottle of polish on your table. I'll come by and pick that up. And then you're going to keep your nail stick because we're going to continue to use that. As we go along.